Hello, good evening, travelers and adventurers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Why is Lobern here?
Why is Lobern
Our
not
favorite show where we ask the same question every week. Why is Lobrin here?
Once we get an answer, we will get back to you.
Lobrin. Zach, you've had all this time to change.
Yeah, nobody ever flags it for me, and I don't remember. All right.
We said it as soon as we said hello, Lobrin.
You all said hello, Bryn, which
Or
is
hello,
just
Bryn.
a little line. That's not.
Hello.
That means that you're Lobrin.
Hello, Bryn.
Yeah, you had a whole 3 seconds to react.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Gruta. Hi, Bear. Hi, Aztec.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, Bear with the 2,000 gold pieces for another point of viewer inspiration for y'all. It's almost complete. That's 93%.
This calls for some manner of celebration, I think.
Oh.
Well, that's all.
Hey. Oh, okay. Ren with the last 700 pieces. You guys just earned another piece of viewer inspiration, guys.
That calls for celebration, I think.
Gruta with the group potions and Derek with the potion. What's happening?
I'm voting for iteration 127, Mr. Numbers himself.
And we have a
Because-
group.
Yeah, so get to chugging.
So that's
All
2
right.
for you.
I was gonna just vote for myself to be a cheeky little bugger, but then I saw the group potion.
I'm
Cheers,
gonna
everyone.
finish this beer and then I'm gonna pour
Cheers.
a little something else.
A little something something.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Don't stop playing that beautiful music.
Can't remember the last time I had Jello.
You have another Jello shot?
Huh.
You Jello probably last week.
Now I remember.
Gruta said it's the call
You
of
were
my
drinking
people.
The Jello shots then.
We miss you, buddy boy gecko.
Come back and play Enshrouded with us.
You gotta see what we did to the Enshrouded server.
Oh, yes. We've made a 1-to-1 scale statue of you, the dragon himself.
I'm sorry. I saw something on someone sent me something and I'm sorry.
Oh, goodness. How's everyone doing tonight?
Ah.
doing all right? Doing all right.
Doing alright? Very good, very good.
I can't complain, really, but I will try to find a reason to anyway.
That's fair.
I
So what do you want
see.
to
Yeah.
complain about today?
You have a new bottle of gamer sups, so you won't sleep. Please sleep. Don't do that. Please
Don't
sleep.
do this to yourself.
You need
We
to
love you,
sleep.
Gruta.
Sleeping is very important.
Dream, 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 dream.
Yes, yes.
Close your eyes, go
Best
to sleep,
song.
dream, dream, you little
You know
creep.
what I see? I
He
see.
doesn't say creep. Actually, he says bleep.
Yeah, he says bleep. I thought he said creep, but he fucking bleeps himself.
He bleeps himself.
He
out.
literally censors himself.
He
What?
censors himself. He's that
This is
good.
dumb as shit.
I
dude.
like that.
I can't help
I
but notice that instead of being ready for D&D, someone is playing Crusader Kings.
Whoever's doing that better stop.
And instead of being ready for D&D, someone is playing ARAM.
Listen.
Whoever's doing that better stop, man. I'm telling you guys.
Look,
it's too
only
much.
one of those 2 people is responsible for the recap.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You're
Well,
right.
no, actually, I'm not. I'm not doing either of this.
Who's doing the recap?
No, no, no. I'm doing the recap. I'm just saying I'm not playing Crusader Kings.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
I
What's that right there?
That's what.
And I never said you were playing Crusader Kings.
Yeah, I know, but it was an implication that I was.
Because you
You
are.
bet I have the screenshot already, Zach.
I'm not, guys. That's somebody else on my account.
That's somebody else. Aztec is the finger that points.
What up?
Are you getting got by Aztec for playing Crusader Kings?
Tell Aztec I formed the fucking Roman Empire, okay?
You did that last night, so right now you're just like running
Well, yeah.
victory laps.
Well, no, we took over Sardinia and we're making a
Oh,
push. towards
dude,
that.
you are literally
Dude, read the recap.
all of that for fucking Sardinia.
All right, why don't we
dude.
do community
do
inspo
inspo,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
make Zach get off the game faster?
I already got off
Yeah,
the
we
game,
will.
first of all. But yes, go with the recap.
So real quick, before we go over the inspiration, which there's many, really quick, I figure since it's been 2 months, it'd be good to give everyone out there a little update on where we're at with our donathon goals, since all of the goals were met. So here's where we're at. We decided for the Bean Boozled challenge, we're gonna do that in October as like a little Halloween thing, of some little Halloween tricks and treats. So that'll be fun to do on stream with you guys. Stay tuned for that one. I became Spain a Scottish tribe. Sorry, I got distracted by what Aztec said. For the $200 goal, the D&D potion movie game night that we're doing on Discord, that's actually this Wednesday. We're doing that in a couple days. So be there or be square to watch D&D Honor Among Thieves and play a drinking game.
No, be there or be there. You don't have a choice.
Okay. Andy said you don't have a choice, so if you're not there, I'm gonna call your mom. For the rest of them, the merch expansion and the apparel addition to our merch, both are in the works. The Curse of Strahd stuff, as we announced before, has already been created, and it's on the way. We will keep you guys updated when that arrives. Very excited. The apparel, we've got some interesting leads out there. We've been taking some time for picking like a proper manufacturer and whatnot, but that's coming really soon. We've got some good news on the way for that one, so stay tuned for that as well. And also, if you want to keep updated on this stuff, we talk about it in the Discord. Plug Discord here. And then for the rest of them, the in-person campaign session and the Spice Gauntlet challenge, those are going to require a camera. And those will also be recorded and filmed before the year is out. And the in-person session's probably going to be a holiday-themed one in December, so keep an eye out for that as well. So there's the
very
updates.
Yeah. You know what I
Yes.
realized, guys?
What's that?
What?
You know how long I've had this vicious spear, which is a +1 to hit?
Yeah.
I never have been rolling it as a +1 to hit.
No.
Oh, you haven't been adding its +1?
So all the times I've been like one off. So I finally
Wow.
have like
What a silly Billy you are.
So one
you
of
know,
my
like instead of 2d6 plus 8, it's 2d6 plus 9. Yeah.
You know what, DM, as reparations for this, you should just make us level 10.
I agree.
What?
You know what? Also, actually, one of my rulers in my CK3 game was called the Spear of Byzantine Empire.
+1.
Basically, yeah.
My answer to that is no.
Spear of
Maybe after this fight.
Maybe.
Probably not. Though.
Probably.
You will see. Because I honestly have no idea what's going to happen tonight.
I plan on hitting things, and by things I mean iteration 126.
Well, what if
Probably
what
not.
if
I thought the implication was that I wouldn't be alive to see level 10.
it's possible that fish are friends and indeed not food?
It's also possible it's Popsicle.
Well, let's not get carried away.
It's also your crumb believable.
Right. I am.
As
leaking blood from
reparation
the
for this
ears.
sin, can you kill the rabbit? I'm not killing the rabbit.
I don't know what I did to you, Aztec, or what the little bunny did to you, but be nice to me, or there will be consequences.
God.
I will take it out on the party on Thursday.
No. No!
Oh my.
We've lost enough.
We've suffered enough.
You've not even begun to suffer.
So for community inspiration, you guys out there voted because for player inspiration, it was given to iteration number 127.
Yeah.
So you
And
all
you should
voted
read
for
it.
us for who else should get a piece of inspiration, and I'll tell you what, It was far and away given to iteration number 126.
Hell yeah. Uh-oh.
Their battle will be
Oh.
legendary.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Yeah,
Not hell yeah. That's the opposite of hell yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
I don't know if that's fair though. So in second place, it was given to Humi, which, as you might have seen, Humi is not currently here. I believe they're joining us tonight. If not, I'll be sure to remind them of this for next time.
I can't believe chat voted to give inspiration to my greatest op. Why would you do that?
They half the time they vote for the horses, so I don't know what you're surprised about.
I don't know
This
what
is
you-
true. The horses have gotten inspiration like 6 times.
The fish, I'm not gonna lie, I also voted for the fish.
I voted for the fish too.
I thought it was gonna be funny.
I just wanted an even battle. It seemed fair.
We knew that, you know.
I'm still surprised, Numbers, that you don't take half lightning damage.
Do you mean the fish on my miniature?
Any resistance is like, you gotta
Or, like,
have magic
resistance.
items. You gotta have magic items.
I thought because of
Like,
his
built in.
subclass or something. I guess.
That's very rarely built
Hi,
in.
Quimtum. Aztec
I
asked if
only
they
use
could.
it in my raves.
Aztec
not
asked
that
if they could vote for Aurora's spear instead, and the answer is no.
Why not?
No, you can't give the. You can't just give the objects inspiration. It's one thing to give the horses inspiration, but you can't just give an inanimate object inspiration.
That could also be really
Go back to
interesting.
the
'cause then you
glaive.
can
Well-
only use the inspiration while you use that object and for no other purpose.
I actually did do a little dagger emoji for the latest Curse of Strahd poll because the dagger stab that Aragorn did.
You
Oh my
voted for
God.
Aragorn's dagger?
First of
Nobody else
all-
voted for it for
It
some
was a
reason.
good move.
Shocked.
I don't know why everyone's calling him Aragol all of a sudden, like he's last of his line of the Dunedain. Yeah, that's Aragol. Thank you very much.
I
Aragorn.
like Aragol. I'm gonna mispronounce his name on purpose because it's funnier to me.
Yeah, fair enough. Who am I to stop you?
Side note for Curse of Strahd, but I do think we as a group need to get to know that man a little better, because I think we're missing some key information about him after last session.
He'll open up a little more now that we kind of have helped him out.
But
Hey, you know, we'll see what happens.
I also feel like we need his help to escape the city now.
that's a whole separate issue. Floxigal, last of his name.
You know, that kind of rolls off the tongue.
Hey, yo,
Actually,
Quimtum said I need to get to know him too with the smirk
Hey,
emoji.
get in line!
What?
Quimtum.
Hey,
Good lord.
hey. Did we have a group potion earlier?
Yeah, we did. Did you take it?
Can't remember.
Take it again.
Probably means you took 2.
That
Yeah,
probably means you took none.
I'm good. I think I took it.
Did I know Esmeralda?
No,
Hey,
there's
yo.
really a line on that one. That's like fucking out the door.
Yeah, take a
Well,
number, buddy.
that's the fault of one person only.
Who?
Really?
Can I
Yeah,
go?
who?
Alright, let's get into the recap
I
while
see
I
my
change
poor
up the
numbers
music.
just in this sphere.
Not my fault. Ash also has great taste. I feel like they go for the same romance interest that I've been going for.
I'm in the storm sphere. I'm in the fog cloud sphere. I'm in
So
the
we wanna
combination
recap, do
storm
we?
sphere fog cloud.
That's what I was like.
Here's your cap, you ungrateful little bastards.
Fucking finally.
You rotten.
Humi, no you? That's really funny. That's Humi's twin.
400 meters away.
This is the 126 of Humi. It's called Know You. That's good.
Anyway, inside jokes and us talking over each other. Pretty much the what everyone's used to at this point. Alright, session 54. The party ventured forth into the strange new place, with iteration 126 leading the way as he was asked a few questions. After some brief conversation, including Numbers' effort to get the subjects, aka the party, better lodges, and the ability to roam freely, he and iteration 126 proceeded deeper into the tower as the rest were left behind in a central room. As the Numbers in iteration 126 proceeded onward, Numbers learned a significant amount more about the past, and was jolted with his own memory of waking up in the towers and being one of these iterations. Iteration 126 then revealed his experiment to numbers, which is a massive amalgamation of grafted individuals, many of them prior iterations. Iteration 126 was proud of this effort, stating that they were combined together to create another creature to fight for Umberly within the depths. Numbers, aghast at this sight, attempted to retrieve the staff Iteration 126 was holding, first persuasively, then by the spell command, and lastly by force. Numbers cast Thunderwave in an effort to knock Iteration 126 away from the staff, but 126 remained resolute, standing their ground and not releasing the object of the party's quest.
Can't believe none of that worked.
Meanwhile, the party left the central room, wandering upstairs with Humi sneaking off to check on Numbers. The rest of the group found some archives of old experiments, but otherwise identified nothing of interest. They continued onward to Andrew Moreno's bedroom as Humi snuck further downstairs where Numbers and Iteration 126 were fighting. Numbers was embroiled in his battle with Iteration 126, being blinded and knocked backwards as he attempted to regain his form and move back towards the party. Both of them pled for the other to see their perspective, seemingly not wanting to fight and instead work together, although their contrasted objectives seemed to make this impossible. And that was where we left off.
All right.
Well, to confirm, we did all hear the boom. Is that right?
I will.
Yes.
I will get to that.
We didn't.
She said we did last time.
Boom! Here comes the boom! We didn't hear
Oh no, not a POD reference.
B.O.D.
Sorry for anyone that likes POD out there.
Person of danger. Never mind. Forget I said that.
People
Piece
of
of
Derek.
dick.
People of Derek? Yes, my people!
People,
Oh,
man. P.O.D.
damn
You
it!
have to align yourself with everyone in that band, because that's your people. Hope you're ready
Piece
to
of
dress like
dookie,
a
actually.
new metal Christian, bro.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Are they a Christian rock band? I didn't know that.
Apparently, I'm looking at.
Oh really? I didn't know
right now
that.
it says Christian new metal band.
I just thought they
Oh,
were a new
God.
metal band.
Christian new metal band, that's so cursed.
Interesting. I don't much care for new metal, but that's neither here nor there.
New
I
metal.
don't like it either.
I like
Disturbed is
Deftones,
okay.
but that's it.
Disturbed has some moments.
So,
Also, I will guilty pleasure listen to System of a Down sometimes. Anyway.
well,
God.
Does that count as new metal? System of a
yeah,
Down?
System of a
yeah,
Down is new metal.
Yeah, they are. I don't like them.
This new metal feels diet
It
nowadays.
gets-
That's funny as fuck.
It gets very grating if you listen to it for like more than like a few minutes at a time.
Yeah, back I fucking used to have to listen to it every single day back when we worked with someone who only had new metal playlists.
I don't want to even think about how many times I heard Korn every day.
And that man was, what was the guy from Limp Bizkit's name? Fucking, Fred
Limp
Durst. That
Bizkit.
man was
His
Fred
name was-
Durst.
His name was Limp Bizkit.
Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he was spitting with that one. It's just one of those days.
Who cares about the he said, she said bullshit? Yeah,
we're
I
in it
fucking
now.
heard that shit so many times.
That song is funny as fuck.
You better quit. We're really sucking a big old dick. I don't remember how the lyrics go.
You'll be leaving with a fat lip.
No, that was the Limp Bizkit.
Oh, you believe him with a suck dick? Oh, boy.
Guys, stop. We're gonna get copyright struck for being so on par.
Okay.
We say this literally every week.
Wait, so did we end on one of the iterations having a turn, or did we end with us like running down, like starting to make our way down?
Basically,
So-
whose time bubble is it?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a time bubble. So after iteration number 126 used Thunderstep, you all up above, Humi beginning to traverse down below, and the rest of you beginning to make your way further upwards into the tower to search deeper for more information on where you are and anything about 126 and Andor Marino. As you begin to make your way up the damp, cold staircase with the stone, dripping wet and humid, you hear a rumble come from deep within the earth below you. And while it almost shakes the stone of the tower just a tiny bit, it's at this moment You also begin to hear the churning of waves outside and the crackling of lightning within the clouds. A storm is beginning to quickly brew and is moving in closer and closer outside. Paper, you cast Delayed Potion?
Oh my god.
What does that mean?
He said it like a while before.
Oh.
Is it possible to learn this power?
So, I'll take over Humi for the time being, but the rest of you that are upstairs, a couple, like, stories up at this point, what are you doing?
Turn to the party.
What was that?
Humi messaged us, remember? Because Humi cast that spell where we could all speak to each other inside our heads, minus
Oh, yeah.
numbers.
I gotta look that up, though, because I need to see what the radius of that spell is. Do you remember
like
what that
you
spell is
said-
called?
Fuck, no,
Called,
I don't remember.
free unlimited range telepathy.
I really don't think.
I don't
think
know
it was
what
one. I think it was one of his.
Psychic link or
Is
something?
it telepathic
No.
bond?
No, I
Yeah,
think,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
that's it.
telepathic
the
bond.
thing. The thing is that I think it had the effect of telepathic bond, but I think it was one of his spirit things.
Well, yeah, he used, what you call it? Whatever the fuck
Alert
it's called.
Commune
Tales
with spirit.
Tales
Have a
from
range 'cause
beyond.
It goes over planes.
Tales from the crypt.
A college of voices in your head.
It's possible over any distance, so it can't extend to other planes. Got
The
it.
College of Nokia flip phone.
All right, so and that because I remember Humi saying to us like, guys, like or something like for us to get down there, and then we were like,
It's at all.
okay, let's go.
I don't remember that at all.
Are you fucking kidding me, Zach?
No, I'm not even kidding you. I don't remember that at all.
To be fair, I don't remember that either.
I swore Humi told us in our heads.
I kind of have some memory of that, but I don't know.
I also know that the DM said we would have heard it, like the
You did hear a little bit of a rumbling coming from below.
because I
Just because Humi isn't here to confirm, let's just, like, pretend that if it did, unfortunately they're not even here, so let's just say, for the time being, you don't get any messages from Humi. What is the party doing?
I do think we should continue onward and try to move quickly to gather this information.
Did you-
Abara says as she walks up.
did you not hear that rumble down there?
That sounded a little bit suspicious. I'll be the first to admit it.
I understand that, but we're looking for information right now, and we need to be quick about our task. And
What if-
she's gonna look outside and, like, upstairs. Like, what does it look like for us? Like, do we have to go outside to get back in? Because I know the tower was structured kind of in an interesting way.
Let's swap over to the Moreno Keep Tower really quick, where you all are positioned. I almost just opened the wrong damn map.
Alvara, what if Numbers is in trouble or something? We shouldn't abandon him. We can always come back and look later, but if there's something going on, I think we need to figure out what it is.
I don't like the idea of loud noises happening here, especially when he's there by himself. You didn't think that guy was creepy at all? He was fucking weird.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying that we need to move quickly here, and I don't want our answer to disappear right now, given what's happening. And I'm gonna turn and look at the horizon.
As you step out onto this balcony ledge, because I see you've started to make your way upwards up that staircase.
Yeah.
So the tower itself, through this door, as you open it, opens up into a bit of like a ledged balcony area encompassing the tower. And as you step out onto it, what was once you just got here, maybe at most an hour or so ago. But as you look out onto the horizon, the sky has started to completely darken with thick rolling clouds, and you see flashes of lightning amongst them as the rumbles of thunder begin to grow louder and louder. And if you happen to look over the ledge on the rocky cliff towards the coast below, you see the waves are churning and rolling.
Listen, why don't we split up again here? I'm gonna be screaming this over the storm. You all go downstairs, and I'll make sure that the ocean doesn't take whatever answer we're looking for up here.
Alvara, I don't think it's a good idea to split up
That is
any
the
further.
dumbest plan I've ever heard.
All right, well, I'm
We can't
fucking
be-
doing it anyway. I'm closing this door.
I hope Alvara dies.
Holy shit!
My goodness. Okay, Alvaro, you close the library doors behind you as you proceed onto the balcony. The rain hasn't begun to pour yet, but you do get a feeling that it's coming any moment now. This is quite literally what looks like the calm before the storm. It's Humi!
Hi, homie.
Hey, homie.
Homie,
Hi.
we need you to answer something quickly. Did you message us and say that you needed us to come down after you heard the big boom? With your spell thing?
I actually don't remember that happening. It sounded kind of familiar.
I told everyone that didn't happen just because no one could remember if it happened or not, and you weren't here to answer, so just for the continuity, I said no.
I definitely remember that
I'm
you
just
cast a
curious.
communal spell, but I don't remember you saying anything about us coming down.
I do remember a thunder slap, or thunderclap, and I know I had gone through like a solid amount of it. Imagine that it would probably have reverberated throughout the walls, but
Yeah,
I
no, we
never
heard
asked
it.
for help.
Okay.
I
You never asked
know
for
I'm still connected. I'm still connected to them telepathically though.
You
Through
are.
Rory's telepathic man link, yeah.
We will time bubble back over to as Alvaro decides to split off from the party.
Real quick, can I do something real quick?
Yeah, what would you like to do?
Mina would like to bar the door from the inside that Alvaro just did.
No, don't do that.
Are you being for real? For real?
Yeah.
Do you guys stop Mina? What do you say? What do you do?
I would say
Fox is
now,
gonna-
Mina, I know she's maybe not making the smartest of decisions in our opinion, but if we do need help later when she comes to her senses, we're gonna need her.
Hmm.
We're gonna need her in the fight.
I don't.
Well,
think
okay,
she'll
no, I'm not
come
gonna say
even
we're
if we
gonna need
ask
her in the
to at
fight
this
because
point.
I'm gonna say we're gonna need her if something's wrong.
That's true, and we at least have some kind of telepathic link with her.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
now.
yeah, that's true. And in my head, I'm gonna think, "Fuck you, Alvara."
Mina is also gonna just like scream and berate at Alvaro while they're trying to do stuff to try to give them disadvantage on one another.
Well, all right. This is a peculiar circumstance. Should I stay here to protect Alvara, who I swore a bond to, or should I go down to potentially help Numbers, who I also swore an oath to? I can kind of tell that I've been swearing too many oaths now. Maybe Humi was onto something.
Maybe you should just swear an oath to our party as a whole, and
That's
then
so brilliant.
And then you can come downstairs with us and help, and then you're not breaking any oaths.
He like dives to his knees real quick with his sword out, and then he goes, "I swear an oath to you in the party that I'll protect you safe. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you safe. All right, let's go."
Let's go.
Rourke's gonna look at him bug-eyed and be like, "All right then, let's go."
Let's go.
So you three begin to make your way back down whence you came. Umi, quickly over to you. Now you are reaching the bottom of that staircase, and as you do, you see that chamber open up before you. And you hear... Hold on, I gotta adjust the map. Because now I don't know where the fuck I
gotta go to
am.
the other map now. I know, I keep having to adjust. We're beneath the keep. That's where they
Let me
are.
place you down. Umi, you just heard that
I see numbers.
massive shock of thunder reverberate throughout the tower. And as you reach that bottom of the staircase... Where the hell is your mini? Oh yeah, your disguise is numbers. That's why I don't recognize you. You reach the bottom of the stone staircase and enter into a small, dimly lit chamber. What do you do?
So I am traveling and I cannot see the map currently.
No worries.
We are in the beneath the keep, right?
Indeed.
Okay, good. All right, so can I see numbers?
You do not see anyone. You are in a small, empty chamber. That looks like it is a leading way forward. The doors ahead are open, where they once had been closed. And you can see before you into the next chamber a large, open, pretty worn down stone bridge built upon columns that is dimly lit that leads forwards.
Okay. I follow the path forward while remaining stealth. I still have pass without trace on, so my stealth checks have a plus 10 to them.
Okay, I would like you to roll a stealth check for me as you proceed forward.
Okay, give me 1 minute. I can roll a flat 20, and then I can add modifiers to it.
You
Okay,
can.
it's past 20.
It is. Okay. I will keep this in mind. You make nary a sound as you
One.
delicately crawl forward, making your way cautiously. And after where you think number 126 and 127 have gone. And it's at this point, I will say, because each round of combat, is 6 seconds, so I will say this is all happening after the thunder step, which we will now time bubble back over the numbers and 126 to figure out what in the heckaroonie is happening while everyone starts to get their shit in gear.
He looks so funny when he's giant.
Looks like a sensor bar when he's giant.
God. I love the little angry bunny face. Also, Gonzo, how are you doing?
I am doing good. I am not muted currently, I don't think.
No.
No, you're not.
Good. That's solid. I am on the road. I am in dear old Canada. And yeah, just make my rounds, as a homie do.
Oh, you are in Canada.
Yes.
There was a joke in the chat earlier where Humi's barbarian twin, since your name is Humi, their name would be No You.
I love it.
You would appreciate that. So,
Thank you.
as number 126 Thunder steps forward in an attempt to block your pathway numbers, as you had begun to move towards the staircase, he catches his landing at the bottom of the stairs with a loud boom that everyone heard echoing up above before turning back to you. The winds even down here beginning to whip up as the storm outside begins to roll, and the storm sphere in the middle of the hallway is crackling and whirling. And he turns to you after landing and says, I really thought things would be different. I didn't know what to expect when you came back, or if you came back, but please, there's still time. I know you're probably missing some things, but we can work together. We can solve this.
We can fill our bellies with diet soda.
I just wanted to know if you wanted to smoke weed and fill our bellies with diet soda.
Does he really say that?
Yes, he says that, and he wants to play Blood whatever something for the
Burnout
PS2.
Revenge 2.
Burnout Revenge 2 for the PS2. And that's what he
Derek,
says to you.
Did you take your delayed potion, Derek?
Oh shit. I forgot.
Taking it delayed now.
Oh yeah, it's delayed all
This one
around.
Is for you, Paper.
Is that the end of his turn?
That is. He does not ask if you want to smoke weed and fill your bellies with diet soda and play Burnout Revenge for the PS2.
Got it.
Oh,
Well, whereas previously he was behind me, now somehow he's in front of me after a loud
You're
boom.
still blinded, right?
I'm still blinded.
Okay.
And thusly, I'm actually going to cast, it's called, where's my spell book? I have so many tabs open. It's called, goddamn, where is it? There it is. It's called Dispel Magic. On the blindness effect on me. Basically, I can choose a magical effect. If it's level 3 or lower, it ends, which I know blindness deafness is. So I basically rub my eyes, and there's a sound effect that goes like and then I can the fog clears from my eyes, except I am in a fog cloud actually. So the the real life fog does not clear.
You go unblind to realize you still can't see shit because you're in a fog cloud.
Exactly.
Okay, so you use your action to cast Dispel Magic?
That's right. And I shout back at him, you're right, it's not too late. Now just hear me out. Why don't you listen to me? We can talk about this. I I need that staff. It's very important for my party, more than you could know. And I use my motion to run away. Not my motion. What is it called? Movement?
Your movement?
My motion. Uh, I'm gonna do. How many tiles do I get?
Well, since you used your action, you can't dash, so you get 6 tiles.
6 tiles.
Which means you are still within the storm sphere.
Oh.
Oh.
And I go as I run the other way now.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a little peek here at what I got. Interesting.
Don't say that.
Very interesting. Okay. He is going to use his action to make his way up the staircase. Oh, navigating this is so difficult. He's gonna begin to make his way, and he's gonna say, Wait! Wait, stop it! Don't go back in there! You don't know how dangerous that thing can be! Please, we can talk about it! And because you're still in the storm sphere, let me see. It begins to crackle and burst inside of it. And a thin string of lightning connects from one side to the other in an attempt to spark you. In the knee, to prevent you from running further.
Is that allowed?
I have to make
This
an
isn't
attack.
all out. I can't get a broken leg.
Okay, you got a stim pack.
That's true.
That is a flaccid 20 to hit.
Against my AC.
Indeed.
Do you even gotta ask?
At this point, I kind of do. Don't you guys have an AC that's like, at least one of you guys have a 20 or above AC?
Oh!
Really?
Not me.
Oh.
Huh. How
I
about
think
that?
that was only temporarily while what's his name was
Oh
up.
yeah, Verity.
The highest we have is 19, which is Phlox.
Sounds like you guys should upgrade your armor.
Bonus action.
I can't upgrade my armor.
Maybe we
Already.
should find armor that is less than like 16,000 gold.
Well, you guys keep going to the fucking magic shops. You don't
Well,
just
yeah,
ever
that's
go
what
to
I
the
buy.
regular shop.
Probably buy a regular plate at this point.
I can't do any of that. I gotta go to the magic shop.
Regular plate is actually super fucking expensive.
Numbers, that is
Yeah,
going to
it
be
is.
10 points of lightning damage.
We have a lot more.
No.
And he'll say, as he continues to make his way up the stairs, Why do you want this staff so badly? I know it was for the masters, but he left it to me. It is now your turn.
It is now my turn.
Indeed.
Oh boy is right. So I heard him say, I don't know how dangerous that thing is, and I'm gonna shout back, if that thing is dangerous, it doesn't belong in the hands of evil deities like Umberly. Can't you see that? And I'm and I'm going to I only have 6.
I've never heard
movement.
numbers call her evil.
Wow.
Wow.
She's. I mean, we're in her like torture and experimentation dungeon, and her subjects are
He's having
trying to kill me.
revelation. I'm just saying, he's having revelations.
So I'm gonna go here to the entrance, and I'm gonna turn around and see the fog cloud, and I don't know what's coming out of there, and I'm going to cast a little something called Death Ward, which is a 4th level spell.
Cast that shit on yourself.
Basically, what did you say?
I said, cast that shit on yourself.
Yeah, I got that shit on. Basically, an aura surrounds me. A blue aura suddenly surrounds me as I like tap my chest twice with a magically inlaid hand. I sort of rub my tummy a little bit, and all of a sudden,
Ooh, yum yum.
a blue aura, a faint blue aura, like an energy shield of some kind, like from Dune, covers me.
Covering your bases. I didn't even know you had Death Ward. That's nice. And actually, you got hit just then, and Fog Cloud's a concentration spell, isn't it?
I think so. Let me look at that. It is. So
Can you please
what do I
make
roll?
a Constitution check for me, please?
Let's see here.
Constitution.
That is a success. Fog Cloud stays intact.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your action. That's your movement. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'd just like to explain to the audience real quick that that Death Ward basically is a if I die, no, I didn't kind of spell.
If you drop to 0 HP, it brings you back to 1, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Pretty good.
No, I didn't.
And I said something already, right? I
You
could
did.
say a second thing, can't I? Or is that?
You know what? Because I'll say you used your free action to tell him that Umberly is evil and that this is evil. You can use your bonus action technically to say one more thing.
Okay, I'm gonna say that staff is important to a quest of our parties to save this very continent. There won't be a grasp, an Ashana, a nothing if we don't get that staff at where it needs to go.
Okay.
And then I turn back around.
We'll do another round or so of combat to allow for the time that it took everyone to have their discussions and their movements proceeding up to this point. And then we'll time bubble once again. This is going to be interesting now with 4 time bubbles going.
Oh god.
We've never split the party this bad before.
Wow.
We're all gonna die.
So we'll do 1 or 2 more rounds of combat to see where this is leading, and then we'll go back to, we'll bounce around to everyone else. So number 126. At this, he begins to make his way to the top of the staircase. I can't even fucking find as many because of the way the staircase is. He uses his action.
He's all the way at the bottom.
He's gonna use his action to dash. And actually at this, he's gonna drop the Storm Sphere. He drops concentration on it.
Oh.
I just gotta remember which one of these is the Storm Sphere.
One of them.
It's one of them, and they're almost exactly in the same spot. We'll say this. He's still within the fog cloud, but he makes his way up, unable to really see forward. However, clutching the staff in hand, all you hear as the storm around you begins to fade, he says aloud, "Evil, like, I don't understand. I'm just doing as we were made to do, as we were told. They love us. She loves us. I don't understand." Derek? Derek didn't understand.
He's gone.
Anyway, they'll be back.
There.
Probably just a connection tidbit.
I was just taken aback. I had to go think about that for a millisecond.
And you know what? That's gonna be his turn. And after he speaks, even from this low below, and everyone up above as well, as you're continuing on with your movements, especially you, Alvara, as you get a great glimpse of the outside, the storm is darkening and darkening. The thunder now outside is getting loud enough to the point where it's rumbling the stone of the tower itself. As you see distant lightning strikes flash upon the ocean, the waves are getting higher in peak. Numbers, this is the last turn I'm gonna give you before retime bubble.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, wait. I'm gonna go back. I see him now, or the fog cloud
He's
is
in the
still
fog
there?
cloud. Like
Okay,
if
so I
you're
don't see him yet.
concentrating at it, you can drop it, but he's in the fog cloud.
Yeah, I don't wanna drop that. I'm gonna turn back towards the fog cloud, and I'm gonna chuckle a little bit, and I'm going to say, she doesn't love you. This I promise you. But you could be loved, and I'm going to come out this way and shut the door. Does it take like movement to shut the door, or an action, or?
I would say it would take your action to close the door.
Okay, I'm gonna use my action to close the door, and like try and move like a heavy rock in front of it or something, and then use the rest of my movement, which should be about 5 tiles, to go here. And turn around and ready myself. And as a bonus action, can I ready something maybe?
You used your action to close the door.
Oh, that's right.
So
Okay.
unfortunately you can't hold an action.
Okay. I'm just going to mentally prepare myself then, and just introspect and gaze at my surroundings. Can I use a bonus action actually to see if these pillars are load bearing?
I will say it's going to take you your action if you want to like thoroughly inspect where these pillars are positioned and if they happen to be connected to anything significant.
Okay.
Because right now all you did is you panically ran inside here, closed the door, and you're just distancing yourself further.
Yeah.
Within 6 seconds.
These statues by the by like the altar, are they magic statues, or do they just seem like stone statues?
You don't know.
Okay. I guess I don't do nothing.
Okay. It is with that, we are going to time bubble to the other members of the party as the squabble continues. We'll go... Let me see. It's going to be a lot of map swapping. I'm sorry, gang. So now we'll go over to Moreno Keep, and we will continue with Alvara because they are furthest up on the tower. So we're going to go like up, down.
Is it too late to do a bonus action, actually?
Unfortunately so.
Okay.
But remember it for next time.
Okay.
Alvara, what would you like to do?
Run into, presuming this tower structure is the same as it is in the actual game, I'm going to run into this room. I'm not going to run in. I'm going to like slowly walk forward and see if I see anything at this doorway. This doorway.
Okay. You walk in, and you see a small little entry chamber. There are a couple different pieces of artwork and tapestry scattered about. Thank you for the hydrate, Sippy Gruta. And the posture check. As before, there are statues, artwork, etc., tapestry scattered about, and it seems just like a little bit of an empty space. You know this tower proceeds upwards because you can see it, but from here, you don't see much anything else. There's very little actually in this room.
Where does it proceed upward? There's like a stairwell behind it.
You don't see one.
I just know that the tower architecturally goes higher.
Architecturally, you know it goes higher, but from here you don't see any way to continue upwards.
All right. Is there like a loose brick or something we can just throw across this floor really quickly? Or something nearby me?
You can find like a pebble or like a little stone.
Let's do that. Skip it across the floor.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a look around the room as I do this and see if there are any other traps or wires or anything that might be protecting this space.
Roll either perception or investigation.
I'm going to choose perception. $18 on the perception check, and I skimmed the pebble as I do this.
Okay. You throw the pebble across the floor tiles, and you notice it comes to a gentle stop. You don't notice anything activated, and whether or not you're looking for like a pressure plate or a tripwire. But with your perception check, as you begin to look around the room, taking a little bit of caution, you notice that a piece of the main statue that's against the far wall, which is in the shape of a large, almost like Leviathan-like creature. One of its fins along its side actually is movable, almost mechanical.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over.
Okay.
And try to play with that, see what I can do with it.
So
Actually, I'm gonna. How far away is the statue from me?
From where you're standing right now?
Yeah. I guess within 30, right?
Yeah, within 30 feet.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and have the hand try to manipulate it.
Okay. Are you trying to be gentle with it, or you're just kind of going for it?
Yeah, I'll be gentle with it. I'm gonna see if it's like a sort of with the hand. I'm gonna try to maybe maneuver it like it's a lever first, see if it goes up and down.
All right, I'll just say make a dexterity check to see how fragile you could be with this object, with a mage hand.
Okay. Any advantage because it's a spectral hand that's relatively weak?
Unfortunately not, because you're not even using your own hand. It's like you're trying to use a tool at this point.
9.
A 9? Okay. With a 9, it's not exactly graceful. The hand grips onto this fin, and you hear a little bit of stone cracking as it begins to pull on it. But as it does, you do hear eventually sliding and scraping of stone as a narrow little stone ladder makes itself apparent, sliding down from next to the statue.
I'm gonna climb up that.
Okay. We'll say you proceed upwards. Phlox, Mina, and Aurora, what are you doing?
I suppose running down to the cellar.
Yeah, we're going
probably-
back down to the door that we saw Humi go in initially, and then going from there.
Into
Okay.
Taking
below
the dash action.
And you're taking the dash action each time?
Oh
Yeah.
Okay.
So my movement speed is 45. So
First.
yeah. So I'm running. I'm dashing.
I will say, because of the way we are time bubbling, and because Humi is traveling through stealth and carefully, I will say if you're dashing, it takes a few moments of travel, but within no time you are able to make your way to that same narrow door and thin, almost claustrophobic spiral staircase that leads downwards and deposits out into that small little dimly lit open chamber that's deep below. And as you're there, at the bottom of the staircase, funneling through, you can see making their way about halfway across this dilapidated narrow stone bridge at this point is a disguised number 127.
I think I would stop. I guess I'd be unless someone has faster movement speed or more movement speed, I would stop, and in my head I would say, Humi.
Umi?
Humi?
Sorry, I couldn't get the mute button.
All good.
That's okay.
So, in my mind's mind, into your mind, piercing through, I am going to say, the hell, I'm still trying to find them. I heard that big sound, but I don't know, because I don't know, they're all thundery, you know?
I guess back
This-
I'm gonna say, yeah, we heard that too, and we didn't like the sound of it, so we came down to check.
If they're both,
Did you see that big chamber with all the people in it?
You haven't gotten there yet, Umi.
We haven't gotten there yet.
I thought
Say
I got
no.
past that.
No,
What are you
that's up
talking about?
ahead.
That's up ahead?
Yeah, you haven't
I
gotten
thought I
there yet.
passed that.
Uh-uh.
Oh my god.
You only just
Okay.
got there.
Alright,
the
So
fact that
we're
they're-
all essentially, they're like about to walk through that. We're like, what, like 60 feet back? I don't know.
Oh, you are way further back than that. Mina, continue.
The fact that they both use thunder and lightning, it seems, makes me even more concerned about whatever that noise is. It could be that they're fighting. Maybe whatever he found down here, Numbers decided that he couldn't wait for us.
How far is Humi from us again?
Let me do the math.
Like, did we just like get?
You can
just,
see
like, get
them.
Vision? Yeah.
So let me do... You are about 120 feet away.
Are we allowed to use the rest of our movement to catch up to Humi in this scenario?
At this point, no, because this is all happening within like a few minutes.
Okay.
And I am still going forward, too.
You're still going forward? Okay.
I'm not waiting up, no.
I will
seeing
say-
us,
Oh.
seeing us sprint, Humi, would you continue stealthing or would you start like moving faster?
I would begin to move as fast as possible while remaining stealthed.
Okay. That is still... I will say, since you're gonna pick up your pace, usually when you're stealthing, you're moving at half movement, but if you want to try to move at like normal movement speed and still be stealth, roll one more stealth check.
Okay, and I was able to find the calculation. It is a plus 13 to whatever this is. So
That's a
that is
27.
a 27. Yeah.
Okay.
It's 1
Even we don't notice
27.
Humi.
127 even. Okay, easy enough. You begin to pick up your pace, and you are very light on your feet. Using your art of performance that you've learned throughout the years, you are able to deftly move across this bridge and keep yourself quiet and unknown as you begin to enter into another set of open doors before you. And as you can see before, it enters open wide into a series of sprawling staircases and chambers, each lined up against these stone walls. And you see a handful of odd-looking humanoid creatures, some with various aquatic pieces and chittering armor-like pieces in their clicking mouths, patrolling along the sides of these cells up against the walls.
I'm immediately, upon seeing this, going to relay the message. There's more. Oh god, there's more. Don't make too much noise.
Okay.
Let me just place them down so you can actually see where they're at. Let's use... What's some fun minis to use? Let's do...
Wish I knew where Humi was.
Well, you know where the second 127 is, and that's just about the same thing.
Let's use
Oh,
these
I see
fun-looking
you, I see
Spartan
you.
guys.
I wish I knew where the rest of you all
I
were.
found you, Humi.
You know exactly where we are.
You left me for dead.
Yeah, because
What?
you were being
You left?
stubborn.
Didn't you make that choice
You're
on
the
your
one who
own?
left.
You
Yeah,
said,
I
I'm
did.
going
I did.
alone. You were being stubborn.
I did go alone. Flux, you're an Oathbreaker.
Ha!
There
No,
was
I'm
no-
kidding. I'm
there
kidding.
was no winning hand there.
Okay.
No, I do have a plan.
There they are placed. And we're
Hopefully
gonna-
the plan works.
Zoom back over. Soon we will take a 10-minute break. Soon is not now. We will zoom back over to the altercation happening between 126 and 127. Hey, a potion redeemed from Max!
Hmm.
Who's taking it?
Maximilian.
Post.
$19.
Who wants
Who
it?
wants
Who
it?
wants it?
That's so kind. We don't usually get asked that.
No more
Normally-
Fortnite.
Normally we just get told, hey, you're taken.
And we go, oh, okay.
We don't have an answer anymore.
Drink worm.
Who
It's
wants the
usual.
potion?
No worm. It's true. Could do rollsies for it.
Let's do rollsies on break
Yeah, we can do that on break.
because we have a lot to get through.
Number 126, it is now his turn, and he is going to... Hold on, let me... Rollies on break, got it. Let me see really quick. I just need to look at something he can do. Interesting. Okay. Okay. He is going to use his action actually to dash through the fog cloud. So he will get to... I'm zooming in really poorly here. He'll get to about here. And all you hear running after Numbers as you begin to close the door is you hear, Wait! Wait, you don't know what you're doing! This is all part of the Master's work! This is what you and I are for! This is our legacy!
Damn.
And Numbers, it is now your turn.
It is. Okay. I'm going to... You said it would be an action to determine if these pillars were load-bearing?
It would be.
Okay. I'm going to cast a... Is it to hide? Is that a bonus action?
I think for rogues it is. Let me look it up. Hiding in
Hiding
D&D
is
5e
a-
takes an action.
It's a full action unless you have cunning action, which is for rogues.
It's a full action. Okay. I'm gonna hide behind this pillar and I'm gonna cast healing word on myself with my bonus action. Which is, what is that, a D4?
What level are you casting it at?
I'll cast it at level... What spells have I used so far? I'll cast it at level 2.
Okay, so that'd be 2d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay. Actually, how many level 3 spells do I have? I have 3 level 3 spells and I've only used 1. I'm gonna do it at level 3 actually.
Okay, so 3d4 plus your spellcasting modifier. 1, 2, 3.
Something. Nice. Alright, so 9 HP I get back. It's something.
Okay.
And I hide.
Okay, you take place behind a pillar. That is at the end of your turn.
Would it use... I use my action, my bonus action. Is there anything I can observe by looking around, like through the grate at the amalgamation, or at the altar? Anything that's changed? Anything that's that might be useful
You don't
or
see
magical?
anything of that sort, especially just from a quick glance around. And it becomes especially distracting because from deep within you feel almost like a thunder-like rumbling within your chest, but not one of purpose. It's become one of burning. You feel like this crackling, burning sensation from deep within you as the storm outside begins to roll louder and louder, and as each thunderstrike begins to get closer and closer from the sea to this tower. All of you can feel the stone within shaking with each rumble.
I don't like this feeling, I say to myself. And that's it.
So with 126's turn, what he's going to do is he is going to approach the doors and push them once again open and carefully make his way through, looking around, not seeing you at a quick glance, but he clutches the staff close to him and he says, There's still time. Explain to me what you mean. What is this all about, and why did you come here if not for this? This is what I've been waiting for you for. Please, explain. And that's gonna be his turn. He's not gonna do anything. Numbers?
Oh boy. Should we take a break? I might need a
Do you need a second to think?
collect myself.
Sure. How about we take a 10-minute break, gang?
What kind of break?
Okey-dokey.
All right, and then do we want to do the
Snack break, tea break,
rollsies?
smoke break?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta do rollsies.
We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, snack break, pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do. Now's the time to do it. But before we jump right into that, what are
I
we...
got a natural 20.
Well,
Or are you taking?
do we even need to have to roll?
I mean, I can't even, so.
I can't drink.
Two.
Oh, I'll take one of the two. One of Aurora's too.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, now you have to take it.
Oh, that's me. That's all, folks. So we're gonna take a quick
Yeah.
10-minute break. Let me refresh the timer. Here it goes, and enjoy our fun little slideshow while we do it. BRB.
BRB.
Soon.
So I had an idea. What if you did a half-orc zealot barbarian and you cast Death Ward on
Hmm.
Because that could be a lot of fun.
It could be.
They
Could
just
be.
don't die.
Their entire shtick is they don't die.
No, that's literally their entire shtick. You know,
Hmm.
half orc, instead of dying, you go to
Rusty.
then the Orcus Ferocity would proc, and then Zealot Barbarian at higher levels. You don't go down while you're raging.
I got knocked down, and I keep going up, refusing to stop, because I am an orc. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, 14th level, Rage Beyond Death. While you're raging, having 0 hit points doesn't knock you unconscious. You still must make death saving throws, and you suffer the normal effects of taking damage while at 0 hit. However, if you would die due to failing death save, you don't die until your rage ends. And you die then only if you have 0 HP. That could be really fun.
It sounds like a really powerful build. It sounds like something that could definitely keep a team going for a very long time. Kind of like me, when, I just stand in front of the person and then get eviscerated, and then get brought back up to full health to do it all over again.
Ooh, especially if you dip like just 1 or 2 levels into like Paladin at the end of it. This way you can use Lay on Hands on yourself to just give you 1 HP.
Rock not dying with healing. I like it.
I don't know what a Sergal's is.
I'll be quite frank. I don't either.
Hi, we'll be right back.
I'm back. Oh, there's a fucking Gyarados in the Pokemon chat. Hey everyone! Half centaur, half mermaid. Oh, goodness. Oh, I suppose I should take that potion. Cheers, everyone. Goodness. How's everyone doing out there? What do you think is gonna happen to Numbers? If you think he's gonna die, type 1 in the chat. And if you think Numbers is gonna somehow scrape by the skin of his teeth, type no in the chat.
What are the options?
The options are type 1 if you think Numbers is gonna die, and type no if you think Numbers is gonna scrape by just like a hair.
Why is it 1 and no?
Because that's what came to me.
I couldn't do 1 and 2 or yes and no.
It's the best of both worlds. Now it's 1 and no.
And type C if you think Alvara's gonna die.
Yeah, type C if you think Alvara's gonna die for splitting off from the party again.
And if you think she was gonna live, type the Roman numeral 4.
Specifically the Roman numeral.
Mm-hmm.
Type 69 if he survives by just a sliver. becomes iteration number 69.
Zinga.
Zinga! You know, technically this all implies that there was an iteration 69 at some point.
There had to be.
There had to have been.
Unless they skipped it, which is also weird.
It was the Dungeon 6 slave.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Paper.
Like
Get
it was like the goblin from Nick's campaign.
Is that fucking Flopper?
Yeah. Flopper was iteration.
Excuse
69.
me, he was the Grand Vizier.
What about Paper drew some thick thighs on Winnie's character model.
Thick thighs save lives.
They do.
Oh, he was grand, alright.
That's what I was thinking in my head.
We never told y'all about Flomper. Mainly because I don't really remember a lot of details about Flomper.
I gotta get a sticker from Melody 42.
Yeah, get a little goblin from them. They're so good. I got 2 of them. But I did not put them in the slideshow for some reason.
The core Gruta art with you and Gruta is just very good.
It is really good. I still love the dynamic of Gruta and I being the DMs just at like a tavern enjoying a drink and like chatting merrily, and then the other 2 DMs are Audrin and Aztec looking like they've been up for 48 hours.
Doing who
and
knows
exhausted. Oh.
what.
Hmm? Hey. Audrin, you bit out a chunk of your lip from the corner of your mouth? Oh my god. Paper, you alright?
You got a paper cut. Damn it, I didn't get to see the bunny art.
You want to go back to the slideshow?
Yeah, baby!
Is everyone back?
Nope.
I'm just gonna fill my water.
Yeah,
up.
baby, yeah. Let's go.
I am back.
There he is!
Indeed.
What's up, boy? His pizza's
That looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look good. He doesn't have any boots on. He's got little bunny feet that he jumps around with.
He could find a boot and put it on,
His head.
but just a singular boot. Dead bun and chat. So we are just waiting for Numbers to get thine water.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm coming.
And then what?
And I'm also on my way.
Okay. We are resuming back, and we will take this turn between Numbers and other numbers before we time bubble back, because quite soon the groups are converging. Except
I thought you
for
were
one.
about to say, and we'll take another break.
And we'll take another 10-minute break.
This stream is made of nothing but 10-minute breaks.
What if we did a stream one time that is just 10-minute breaks?
I think that would just be chatting.
That would be just chatting. Ugh.
I think that would be Mary.
I'm Mary, okay. That's good.
Indeed.
Yes! Haha, indeed. Numbers. Have you thought about what it is you'd like to do?
I have. Where is 126? He's not appearing on my screen.
He's a little bit in through the doorway.
How come he's not?
Is your
Yeah.
elevation? My elevation's at 32.4, if that helps.
My elevation's at like the highest one.
Well,
Why?
if it's on the highest one, maybe he's covered.
Oh. This is so strange. Why is he not appearing? Is it because I'm too far away? Or
Oh,
because I'm behind something?
maybe. You see him
Maybe
now?
you don't have.
Yeah,
the-
when I move myself, okay, he just.
You know what?
reappears.
I'll do this for you so you can see. He's right
Okay,
here.
there he is. Okay, you can remove. I don't want to ruin it for the.
Oh no, I just forgot that there's like that happens with your player characters. You can't see shit.
Right, I forgot. But he, who's that?
What?
Did someone just leave the chat? I just got the Discord button.
Oh,
No.
did someone
No, we're all
disconnect?
here.
Everybody's
Oh.
here.
Okay. Okay, so 126 is there. He came out, he's asking to explain, and he ended his turn, and now it's my turn.
Indeed.
Oh boy. So I was hiding. I'm gonna come out of hiding.
Okay.
And I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna face him. No, I'm gonna look him in his eyes. Is he surprised that I came out of hiding? Is he saying anything to me?
He's looking at you very cautiously and warily while he clutches onto his only means of defense, which is the staff.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not saying anything, he's just giving you a very close gaze, and he looks genuinely, like, upset.
Yeah, me too, buddy. So, here's the thing. 127 is going to raise his mace in his one hand and his shield in his left, kind of like a T-pose situation.
Hmm.
And then he's
Okay.
gonna drop both.
Oh,
Okay.
He's gonna drop both, and he's gonna start to unstrap his shoulder plating. He tosses the straps and the plates on the ground, but he hesitates to look at the one with the 127 carved on the plate. And he tosses it. He gestures with it towards 126, and he tosses it on the ground. And he says, "You want me to explain? I'll explain. This burning in my chest that I feel, this connection we share with Umberly, it is nothing to me now. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, not wanting to consider I was associated with a being of evil, me being capable of love, but I've heard stories of her from sailors and others. My friends warned me of her nature, and she has proven herself entirely selfish, refusing to help me, refusing to help my friend when I needed. Shout out to Aurora. And and now I see she is incapable of a two-way relationship, and it's not acceptable. So I was wrong, 126, and that I shouldn't have tried to force anything from you, but she will toss you aside like nothing as soon as you've served your purpose. She gave us life, but that doesn't entitle her to our servitude. And now, if I'm going to die, I will do so fighting and serving whom I choose. And I choose my friends, my party, the Double Downs. And a crackle of lightning streams from my eyes, 127's eyes, and begins to encompass his full body as I cast a very powerful spell. The sound of my beating heart grows louder, thundering and drumming and filling the room, the whole dungeon, and the lightning spreads from my eyes to across my body, eventually flowing out of my hands and into the mace and the shield on the floor. The three of us, me, the shield and the mace, float in the air, and my whole body starts to turn a deep black as I am charred by the lightning. He is screaming now. 127 is screaming as the lightning continues to flow into the mace and the shield till they are charred and shriveled, and I am an ashen husk.
And what spell are you casting?
Can I reveal that later?
Sure.
But essentially, when I'm sufficiently charred, the lightning ceases, and I thud to the ground. So to 126, it looks like I just sort of plugged my fork into the outlet. What is he looking like? How is he reacting?
Number 126, seeing you just like basically self-ignite, having forsaken your god.
Basically.
Okay.
God.
So, as you choose to forsake Umberly, that which gave you life, and who you were created for purpose, that burning within your chest, it grows louder, it fills your throat, and it causes that explosive thunder, which all of you hear, once again, this time louder, echoing throughout this chamber, and this underground cavern, almost shaking it. As dust begins to fall from the ceiling, you guys all hear Numbers screaming in agony as thunder erupts all around you all. And 126, as he watches this all unfold in front of him, he looks horrified. He was already kind of sickly, like grayish in color of skin and like a little bluish. But now he just looks like almost like a ghastly white. He watches you with dinner plates for eyes as he clutches onto the staff in horror, watching you endure the wrath of Umberly.
Yeah. Well, I had just casted Dispel Evil, which if you read it breaks enchantments and it breaks possession by very powerful creatures. Possession because Umberly thinks she possesses me, but she does not. And essentially because I was connected to her and because her magics, brought me to life, dispelling that evil killed me. So
Numbers, I need you to drop to 0 hit points, please.
Word.
Wait, but he had spread the
F
dying.
word.
Well, so
That's
here's the
word.
thing. Here's the thing. I'm a pile of smoldering ruins right now.
You're not a body?
No, never.
And so is the mace and the shield. My spell focus is. But there was a shimmering blue aura that surrounded me. And it remains until all at once it shatters. And suddenly a great gust of wind begins to flow around my corpse, carrying me up once again into the air, a ragdoll at first, until my eyes shoot open at once, my body goes rigid with my arms outstretched, and the lightning crackles once again, flowing out of my eyes, down my face like tears that then flow off of me, forming into a shimmering mist that surrounds my form.
Something's happening.
Something is happening. The lightning spreads across my body, and suddenly the trident that was on my back breaks from its straps, and swirling around me rapidly, eventually, I catch it. And there was a trinket with the symbol of Umberly that's attached at the base of the prongs of the trident. And upon catching it, this trinket shatters and reforms into the symbol of the double downs, the crossing arrows facing down. And I grasp the trident in my right hand, and the ash and the char peel off of me and rain down in the air, the lightning slowly dissipating until I hover down, standing before number 126, a new man, no longer connected to Umberly. The connection severed. I died, and I've been reborn.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Numbers-
Number 5 required.
Numbers, as you stand before number 126, your death ward saving you in this moment as you have forsaken your deity that indeed gave you life and can just as easily take it away. You stand before him, but now taking on a bit of a different form. Your skin, which was once smooth, perfectly formed together, now shows the line work and seam work of where you have been stitched together as thin, white little scars scatter across your entire body. Your hair, that had taken on a deep sea green, now faded into the color of the scraps of which you were created from. And that of like a deep brown. Your armor, no longer upon you, marking you as iteration 127, but that which remained has been charred into like a deep, storm-like blue, as the trims went from silver to this burnished gold. Your oceany wrap that you wore like on top of you like a caplet is now singed all along the edges of it. Your clothing no longer able to mend itself, but a flowing robe of storm at your back as you hold on to this trident. And you can reveal to everyone, if you please, your new appearance.
A reveal.
A
My
reveal,
new-
a reveal,
a
a
new
reveal.
appearance.
Well, so here's the thing.
Oh,
You forgot a couple things. One is my eyes, which were formerly a clouded gray, are now a soft, watery blue. And here's the thing. As 126 takes it all in, I'll reveal the new reveal momentarily, but I look up and I want to give him one more speech. Basically, tearfully, actually, while he's distracted, I want to give this speech as I take something out of the bag of holding. So
That's right,
keeping his
you have
attention
that.
on me, basically I say to him, you know, one's purpose is always that which one chooses. Number 126, and I will always serve double downs.
Oh.
I could not have asked for a more glorious purpose, and there is no glory in the wretched experimentation and mindless servitude you engage in. 126, just look at how they've let you rot and wither and wait for me, while I've been out on a beautiful journey, earning trust, making friends, serving a greater good, and doing it on my own terms. So I urge you finally to cast aside your servitude to an uncaring goddess and be at last with a true family, bonded by love instead of selfishness, and work with us to save countless lives on this quest, with a family of your choosing, or at the very least, hear me out about the staff, because what you wield is more important to my party than you could understand. And if that does not convince you, then let us do battle till death. But know that should you strike me down and take your place at Umberlee's side, you too will one day outlive your purpose and be cast aside. And while that speech was being made, I've taken something from the bag of holding, which is the great scale of the black dragon Umbrier, whose slaying was one of the greatest feats of the Double Downs. And I have applied the straps from my old shoulder plates to the shield and placed it on my arm. So I'm going to do the reveal now, and also I assume I'm going to have to roll a persuasion check. But in the meantime, I would like to use guidance with my new shiny spell focus, the Trident of the Double Downs. So let me do that reveal now.
Show everyone your new look, Numbers.
Here it is in game.
Oh god, here it comes.
Oh, there's in-game.
There's
Whoa.
in game. And now
I
here
can't see it very well because...
is.
And there's the
Yeah.
portrait.
Oh, there he
Oh,
is!
hell yeah!
What?
oh, it's awesome.
Oh.
Let's
Now
go.
that's
Very
quite the
nice.
glow up, if you ask me.
Numbers, do you have a chipped tooth?
What?
What?
That's
What?
the car.
What?
No. And when you were talking, for some reason, my screen glitched and the art made it look like you had a chipped tooth, but your art is so cool too.
Can you
Yeah.
temporarily make Numbers just like massive on screen so we can get like a nice big?
Oh, yeah, do you want me to just like drop the image on screen?
Yeah, that works
Yeah,
too.
give it
I
a
can
go.
do that.
Let's see
let
it.
me find it really quick. Numbers, I'm proud to present the new numbers. That is way too fucking big. Hold on.
No, it's pretty. Oh,
There he is.
Wow!
Wow.
He looks pretty epic.
Wow. Look at him.
First of all, his
Pretty
waistline
cool.
is snatched. He's got a chiseled jawline. He's clearly been mewing. Um,
Let's see. Gruda said, "Oh no, he's hot." Max said, "Are you single?" Paper said, "Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. Daddy."
He's very handsome. Both numbers were handsome, but I'm so proud of numbers.
How about
Numbers?
that?
Or should we even should I even call you such anymore? For you have forsaken your purpose, and now
Yeah.
you are reborn anew.
Oh yeah, you
And-
gotta choose a name.
For this, I would like you, because you are you're still gonna have to roll for this because you're trying to convince somebody to forsake their entire life purpose.
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty
But
big.
that's pretty big, but roll with advantage because you literally proved your point in front of his very own eyes.
And with guidance.
Okay, so here's the thing with guidance is that casts semantic and like it has components to it, so you'd be casting a spell on yourself. He can see that.
But he's distracted by everything that just happened.
But is he distracted for 6 seconds?
That does take 6 seconds.
Okay, you decide.
No guidance, but roll with advantage.
Okay, well, I have a -1 to charisma, so the highest this can be is
I
a
will say,
19.
given that you literally killed yourself and reborn yourself in front of him, the check does change.
Okay. Sweet. Let's see
You
here.
quite literally killed yourself in front of him.
Okay,
He's the
persuasion.
same, but he's different.
Okay, so
I have
this is
inspo
with
too.
advantage, and then I have
And
inspo,
you have
and
inspo.
then keep in mind we have party inspo, group inspo too that we haven't used, just in case.
I
So
feel like
here's
we're
one.
rolling in Baldur's Gate. It's like four chances. Two
Oh.
chances.
Oh, good thing I had advantage.
It's a 0! It's literally a 0!
he accidentally spoke it in a language that 126 doesn't understand.
You now
I found
speak in an
the
entirely
deadline.
different
He
language.
just starts speaking
You
in
actually
Spanish.
end up sneezing from all of the ash that is now in the air.
Yeah.
Given that you're assembled from various pieces, you now speak a language of a creature you didn't even know that you could speak. And he has no idea what you just said.
Language.
Here's number 2. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
17.
Can I use my inspo on the other roll to see if I could just roll higher than that?
You can.
Okay.
Number
so-
speaks in Gruda's Draconic now, which is Portuguese, so I need you to start doing that right now, Numbers.
All right, we'll
Okay,
keep
so
17.
it's a 17.
A 17.
Oh, God.
17's pretty
Really
good.
guidance.
Given that you have a negative, a 17's pretty good.
17 is
It's
fantastic.
technically an
Um.
18. He rolled an 18.
Sure, but he also technically rolled a 0.
No, he didn't. That didn't happen.
0. Okay. He watches you carefully, and I'll say now it's his turn. He watches you with a bit of mouth agape, his eyes still wide, as he watches this transformation take place. A miracle of sorts being performed in front of him, as you have sworn against the god that you both were made to serve and fulfill a purpose for.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all he knows. This is all he's ever known. This is what he was made to do, and he was meant to carry out this purpose even after Andor Moreno's disappearance and wait for you to lead them all into the sea, where you would serve Umberlee as her ultimate army. But here before you, you've sworn against Umberlee and lived to tell the tale. In fact, you look entirely different now, shaking her visage from you. And looking...
right.
And even though with all your stitching and line work against your body, the soft scarring everywhere, you still somehow look more human than before. And this affects number 126. He still clutches his staff to him, but you see his hands fall down to his side, loosening his stance, and he goes, I don't understand, What? And he's too stunned to speak. He does not know what to think anymore. And at this, we are going to end combat.
Wow.
I thought you were gonna say end session. I was
No.
like, what? It's not even 9 o'clock.
No! But now the combat ends, and at this, you all heard Numbers screaming in agony. Let me just change the music to do this. You heard Numbers screaming in agony, and actually Numbers at this, since you quite literally died for a moment, I'm gonna say your fog cloud falls.
Okay,
You
makes
lose
sense.
concentration on that.
I have a question actually. How much health do I have? Do I have
You have
1
one
HP?
hit point.
Or do I have the same amount of HP as I had before, or full HP?
You have 1 hit point.
I have 1 hit point. Okay. I shouldn't have burned that healing word earlier.
At this, the rest of you, who had been beginning to make your way through, Humi, you see all of the other iterations from where they stood guard outside of their cells. They all look and alert towards that door, but they don't move. They don't leave their station, but they haven't noticed
forgot
you
there
yet
were-
either.
They're probably used to the screaming.
Probably. I forgot there were other iterations just like around.
There
Yeah, we're
are
gonna have
at
to
go.
least 6 other currently patrolling.
We're gonna have to
Um,
sift through
And
them.
I
Listen,
said that to everyone telepathically,
Yeah, you
so
did tell
everyone
us
knows.
that. I feel like telepathically, Aurora would be like, Bana, you got that thing that helps us be all stealthy like?
Yeah, I'll cast that now. Especially, I'm gonna ask Humi to like slightly slow down so we can catch up to you, and then I will cast Pass Without Trace once more.
Okay.
So
Are you all
I
making your way
slowed-
forward?
Yes.
Humi, are you
Stealth?
waiting
I slowed
there? Or...
down. Yeah, I slowed down enough for them to catch up. Then I'm going to basically use the carry-on shroud to fly over stealthily.
Okay. And you all guys at this point should have reign of your minis, so feel free to move yourselves forward.
I don't know where the hell...
I
Let me
think if you
on my
click your
character.
portrait, you teleport to yourself.
You can.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
Wait, do we have to roll stealth? 'Cause
Yep,
we're
I
both in
need
no.
the
this
rest
area?
of you to roll stealth. Humi already
Yeah.
did.
Where
Okay.
did Mina go?
Forget that
Oh,
armor
I already did.
disadvantage.
Oh,
There's
well,
like a
Oh.
plus 10 to everything.
Mina,
Yeah.
you...
plus
Now-
13 to me.
Oh, Aurora with a natural 20.
Wow, another nat 20, so that's 33 stealth.
DM,
Yeah.
on my nameplate on Twitch, can we change
I
that
wanna
to
be-
nameless?
We can. I'll have to do that after session, but...
Oh, that's after. Okay.
Because that's like an image, that's not just like a thing I can type
Oh,
over.
I thought that was a like a overlay of some kind.
Unfortunately not, but I will change it to nameless because you are not an
It's
iteration any
18.
longer.
That's right.
Okay, so everyone's stealth rolls. Well, Mariah, you got a 33.
Yes.
Andy,
Yeah.
A nat
you got a
20.
26. And Phlox, you got an 18.
That's right.
Okay. So you all are traveling together now with Humi?
I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Humi, where did you fly over to?
So I heard the scream. Could I tell if it is from the left or from below me?
It is coming from straight forward, so below and like forward.
Okay, so I'm literally going to use the carry-on shroud to kind of just glide straight down into the top of the door.
Okay. So because you are disguised as an iteration, I need to roll something really quick.
Oh shit.
Interesting. So you're not waiting for everyone else, you're just flying ahead.
Yeah,
Now here's the
I'm
thing.
still stealthed out, if that helps at all.
It does not, because you are now taking flight in the middle of an open chamber with a staircase that leads downwards. There is nowhere for you to even begin stealthing.
Okay.
You are very noticeable. And all of these iterations that are stationed where they do all snap their heads around and notice you. But they don't move. They merely acknowledge your presence. They don't say anything. The rest of you...
Is it because he looks like me? Or the old me?
Perhaps.
I am not flying.
Nope, the rest of you are merely walking, and you see the staircase before you that Humi glided down. What are you doing?
Stealthily go down it, I guess.
Yeah, stealthily try to do things as stealthily as possible wherever stealthing may.
Featuring stealth.
Pretend you're on your way to go be sacrificed.
And here's the thing. As you begin to make your way down, following behind this disguised iteration number 127, they still remain where they're stationed. They don't move, but they do watch you all as you begin to make your way down with narrowed eyes, a close watch. But they don't move. For they rolled very low on insight, and all they have to believe is that they are following an iteration. As they've seen before, further.
I love this.
Ape changing for the win.
That's amazing.
That's really good. That's very lucky.
And you begin to make your way, which will eventually lead to a stairwell that leads up and through 2 large stone doors, where if you make your way to the top of that staircase, which is dimly lit, you'll see through those doors a figure of iteration number 126 looking shaken to their core, almost falling to their knees. And a familiar yet unfamiliar figure standing before them.
Are we out of combat right now?
We are. Numbers, what are you doing at this? He's
Well,
no longer fighting you.
I'm no longer Numbers, so I'm
You are
going to put my my trident back on my back, put my hands up so he sees I'm not a threat, and I'm going to slowly approach, very slowly, and very slowly I'm going to outstretch my arms and gesture for him to bring it in.
Oh. Oh. To bring it in.
You hug it out, bitch.
Oh my god, this is a you hug it out, bitch. He looks to you warily. His eyes quickly flicking amongst your new form. Really unsure of what to make of all of this incredibly rapid change. Not even believing necessarily that you are alive in front of him. He saw you die at the wrath of your maker. In all of her agonizing devastation and possession. And he looks to you. Someone who's still been able to make it through it all. Through the power of love and friendship.
Exactly.
He looks you in the eyes for a moment. Nervous. But then eventually sinks in.
Oh.
And he gives you what feels like maybe the first hug he's ever been given.
Wow.
Probably.
Well,
Aww.
I'm going to whisper into his ear. Like I said, our path is the one which we choose.
He doesn't say anything to this, but you feel him kind of nod his head in understanding. He's still in a bit of shock and awe. Understandably so. You did just kill yourself in front of him.
Right.
Makes sense.
Doesn't happen every day.
I'm gonna wait for him to release first.
It takes a minute. Maybe a minute longer than expected. But he eventually... He does eventually release his grasp before looking to you, close now, and he says... So what does this mean going forward? What do we need to do?
I'm gonna turn back here, and I'm gonna pick up my one shoulder plate off the floor, actually. The the one that had the numbers on it. I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, I'm no longer number 127. I will choose another name shortly, but for now, I'm nameless. But I think we should regroup with our friends. Numbers?
It's at this moment you all hear the sounds of running footsteps coming upon you all. As the rest of your group begins to, except Alvara, begins to make their way upwards. Speaking of which, Alvara, what are you doing?
Tell me what I see above that ladder.
I completely forgot that you're not with everyone right now.
Oh, no.
Alright, as everyone begins to regroup, let's go back to Moreno Keep and figure out what Alvara's doing.
Climbed up the ladder, so what do I see next?
You see... Let me adjust the map height. Eventually, as you climb up this ladder...
Can you move me
reach?
too? Because it's a little difficult right now.
I can, I'm just trying to figure out what height works for this. Oh, that was too much. That was not enough. Okay. Shift click. Boom. You eventually make your way up a narrow passageway, squeezing upwards before it opens up into a little bit of a lavish open bedroom with a sprawling, detailed carpet, a thick bed with a canopy, many lined shelves upon the walls with books and objects, and a beautiful look overlooking the sea.
Okay. How's the ocean looking?
The ocean,
Good
as you've
clip.
been climbing up this, like going through that unable to see narrow passageway going up, you've just been feeling the stone of this tower shake around you as thunder has been rolling and rolling, and also from underneath you at the same time. This thing, it almost feels like, from the strength of it all, could collapse at any minute, but it holds. And as you start to reach towards the top, the storm is still rolling, beginning to rain outside.
Alright, I'm gonna look for in here quickly. What we were initially looking for when we went upstairs, which was information on 127, why he was created, or any information about the creator as well.
Okay, roll investigation for me.
I thought my schematics were in the dungeon. Is that accurate, or were they in Moreno's room?
He said, number 126 said he knew where the schematics were, but he never presented them.
18.
Right. I was going to ask about that.
With an 18?
Yeah.
Okay. 18's pretty good. So with an 18, you begin to sift around this room, and while it seems to be a little bit tossed aside, it seems it's lost itself to time just a little bit, and maybe some other inhabitants that have taken over since the previous master. Eventually, through the bookshelves, you find not a complete codex of schematics per se, but a small collection of the later experimentation works that haven't quite made it to the library yet, perhaps still being worked upon. And
Okay.
towards the end, you do find a section labeled number 127.
Great. Seeing that, I'm gonna not even read it at this point. One, because it's probably not my place, and two, I need to get the fuck out of here. So I'm going
Who knew
to...
Alvara respected privacy? Like
I'm
that.
going to...
Of all people.
Origin secrets? That's... Elvira respects that. So she'll close it, pocket it, or store it.
That's true.
And do I see anything else of interest in this room, like any items or anything?
Not immediately off the top of your head. If you're looking for something specific, you were able to come across it, but everything else in this room, it seems to be mostly stripped of any, like, former glory it once had. And it's a bit weather-worn. But you don't necessarily see anything of, like, exquisite value just off the top of your head.
Yeah, no like magical orbs or anything in the corner.
You don't see any just orbs sitting in the corner,
I don't see a stack of magical items in the corner.
unfortunately.
All right. Any other way up? Or is it just back down?
It is just back down.
We're going back down. I'm gonna get on my broom and try to fly my way down so I move a little more quickly.
You're gonna
Are
get
you-
struck by lightning.
So are you flying out the window, or are you just trying to like go down through that narrow passageway?
I'm retracing through the ladder, and then I'm gonna go back down.
I will say you definitely don't fit on your broom through that passage.
Okay, then I'll climb down the ladder first, and then get on my broom afterwards.
Okay.
And then, outside on the balcony, back around to the second floor, and then presumably back to the center. I'm gonna go. Do I want to try to chase everybody else down? I think Alvaro would wait back in the center room for
Okay.
people to return.
Forget, we're telepathically
annoying.
linked still.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say I'm gonna remember that suddenly because I heard a voice in my head saying, "Don't forget we're telepathically linked still." I don't want to go. Oh yes, we are telepathically linked still. I do have some information that I believe would be pertinent to Number's purpose. I'm back in the room we started in.
I'm gonna say, come all the way down the stairs, and be careful and be stealthy and meet up with us. We found Humi.
So, you all begin to rush forward throughout this chamber. You're hearing this message from Alvara, but before you, you see two figures embracing as you run up upon this room.
Fumi, you better change back. you're gonna.
One thing about that. So Fumi is going to change, but can I ask for the DM's help?
Yes, what would you like to
Because
change
it's not-
into?
I would love to change into Granny Apples right now.
There you go.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to telepathically tell everyone, hold on, they're having a moment. And I'm just going to let the brothers have their moment together, you know?
But we
Aw.
don't know that that's Numbers.
Well, I see two people hugging, and
It's true.
I
Well,
know
have
that they
the-
went.
He has brown hair now.
He doesn't look entirely different. He just looks like Numbers with different hair and like scarring
Oh.
all over his face.
Okay, there's a
Oh,
little.
okay.
It's a little more nuanced than that. But you've seen my trident.
A bit
before.
we
You've
would recognize the trident, though. Okay.
There's a lot of
and the
recognizable
scale,
pieces still.
shield of
Um,
Umbrier.
Does he
and
still smell
my
like fish, though?
face,
Yes.
And the smell of fish.
I would like to roll. It'll come to me. The insight. Yes, I would like to roll the insight, please,
Please do. What are you rolling insight for?
to see what's happening right now. And that is a 9.
Oh, Fumi, you have inspiration.
Oh, I do.
You do.
Oh.
I forgot to tell you that. You have inspiration.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so then that is a 24 for insight.
Gee
Hey.
willikers.
With a 24, you see before you a familiar yet different presence, and who you thought could potentially be your enemy, hugging it out in a heartfelt moment before they turn their attention and notice you all in the doorway. You don't sense any ill intentions in this moment.
Right. So I'm going to see my friends approaching over the shoulder of my buddy, my new buddy. And I'm gonna plant my trident down, and I'm going to smile, and I say, "Friends." And then I hold up with my left hand the shoulder plate that had the number 127 on it, and with my trident, I'm going to cross off the number, like the headband from that anime. like
Naruto?
Sakura does.
Naruto.
Yeah, like that. And
He's
and
like
I'm going
Sasuke when he left the Leaf Village.
exactly. It's just like that.
Except not evil.
Okay, maybe it's just like that. but not like that.
He is evil.
And I'm going to say, friends, I am no longer number 127. This here is the new numbers. We worked it out on the remix. Now, welcome him to our friend group. Right, everyone?
Well,
Uh,
I'm fine with that, but what do we call you?
I'm nameless for now. I will choose a name, but you should refer to me as nameless for now.
I mean, if that's your decision, but I'm just gonna go on record as saying that I'm not quite comfortable with that. But welcome, numbers. It's a pleasure to see you.
welcome number 126. I'm glad that y'all two worked it out. Nameless, what happened?
Yeah, so I'm gonna look quizzically at her and then look down at myself and be like, oh, yeah, I severed my connection with Umberly. I
Oh,
died, and
oh,
now I'm back. It's all good though.
Dear, how many times do I have to tell you? You need to stop doing things like this. You're going to scare me half to death, I swear.
If
And you, stand up straight. As I gesture over to 126.
126 is kind of hunching as he holds the staff. He's like shrinking almost a little behind Nameless. And he get at this. He straightens up a little and goes, "Oh, it was quite frightening indeed." And he still looks like he's just seen a fucking ghost or something. He looks scared
Granny
and
Apples is
unsure.
going to hobble over and she's going to give 126 a little pat on their hand. It's all right now.
This is all so much to understand and take in. Oh, and he takes a deep breath before going. I understand what Nameless, and he looks to you, Nameless,
Mm-hmm.
as if like kind of making sure that that's like okay to call you.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what's been said, and well, there's much I guess to consider, and just in terms of moving forward. However, if this is the way things truly are, then the only thing I can say is, well, before you explain to me why you need this staff so badly, especially if it's an object of evil that I've been using for evil, there's some problems to maybe take care of here.
Yes, you are of course referring to the monstrosity downstairs. Let's show the others.
the what?
I'm sorry, what?
And I start walking,
All
gesturing
right.
for everyone to follow me.
I'm gonna keep walking and telepathically tell Alvara, we found numbers. Excuse me, Nameless is his name now. He looks a little different. And we found iteration 126. And we're apparently going to see a monstrosity that maybe needs to be defeated. Please hurry up.
I do not think it would be a good idea for you to delve any further than necessary because it does seem like a massive storm is about to strike this tower.
Hey guys, I was talking to Alvara in my head, and she says that a massive storm is about to come upon this tower. Are y'all aware of that?
Yeah, but we're underground, so it's probably fine. Now,
Well,
behold.
Well, I'm sorry, dearie, but Granny Apples can't breathe underwater.
I mean,
We'll
I
expedite
can hold
this.
my
Come
breath
on.
for almost forever, pretty much, but I still don't want to be caught underwater.
If
Well,
anything, I have a pinch out of here. But come on, keep going, keep going.
It's
They
no
can-
real surprise. Umberly must not be happy with this turn of events, I imagine. Perhaps we're on a little bit of a time budget?
Um, would it be all right if we waited for our friend Alvara before venturing further? She's probably not too far now.
The more the merrier, because, well, if I'm being perfectly honest, you, and he gestures to you numbers, or rather nameless, you don't look too well, especially after your rebirth. And, well, and he kind of gestures with the tip of the staff down into the grate, like gesturing you to look down upon the monstrosity that's been grafted together beneath you all.
Mhm.
And he goes, you might need any bit of strength you have. And especially more allies, if this is something you want to take care of.
Right, of course. Let me get on that, and I'm going to do Cure Wounds Jutsu at 3rd level.
Does Mina maybe want? Oh, Mina, Andy's not here.
Unfortunately not, and I don't have Mina's character sheet.
So, Cure Wounds. Where's Cure Wounds on my list? Does it have so many
Find
spells?
it.
So many spells.
Alvara, do you receive this message as you begin to come down?
Okay, that's 3.
No, I'm not going down there.
I'm trying
What?
to. Alvara, we're waiting for you. Please come down. It is of utmost importance. I am begging you.
I do believe it is a death sentence in a watery tomb, but if you are so insistent, I will.
Thank you. She's
I'm gonna go
come
down. I'm gonna go down there.
Okay,
Now
you will
I
go
guess.
down by yourself. Are you on your broom?
Yep. Servoy, I'm gonna summon as well.
Okay. He apparates in a little bit of a golden mist and takes place upon your shoulder, perched. The rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm gonna ask Mina for some assistance here, actually.
I'm
Hey,
gonna-
Mina, I kind of died there for a minute, and it kind of drained my health. Many of my spells are or used up working it out, so to speak, with 126. Is there any way you could heal me up somehow?
I'm
I'll
gonna
say,
I wanna hand
Mina
him a
can
potion of
probably
healing, too.
oblige. However, I do not have access to Mina's character sheet, so I cannot do this for them. So any
Boy.
healing you want them to do will probably have to happen the next session we play of this.
I have a regular potion of healing that I was holding on to, not like a greater or anything, but I'm gonna give it to Numbers.
Thank you.
Fox, what are you doing?
Well, he's just kind of marveling over Nameless's new look and following along a little bit, but otherwise looking between him and the new person known as Numbers. Narrowed eyes, furrowed brow, a little bit suspicious.
Seeing this, like, you know the gif of the kid holding the cup, like, looking, like, side-eye and, like, looking unsure? You know that gif? That's kind of how
Yeah.
fucking number 126 looks. As, like, you're you're kind of looking at him under scrutiny. He's, like, the kind of, like, like, kind of look. And
Just
eventually...
don't get up to any evil doings, okay?
When he looks... He thinks for a moment before just kind of looking down to the stone, and he goes, I've never done any, at least cognizantly, evil acts. I have only tried to do what I was told to be good.
Hmm.
You couldn't have known, Numbers. But we're rectifying it now, and you are among good company, of course.
Listen, Nameless, and he looks to you. If the goddess, he is choosing his words carefully at this, is as dangerous as some to believe and claim, with or without evidence, he looks unsure of his wording, as if he might be smited down at any moment at this. If this creature makes it into the depths, and to her, this could wreak unknown havoc, especially in the wrong hands.
Well, this pit is bottomless, right? It doesn't lead to the ocean. Should
Well,
we drop it into the pit?
theoretically, it has a bottom. I can't guarantee that's not the waters itself.
Mm. So, is there a way to raise it up here?
He thinks for a moment.
Destroy it?
I raise you up.
So I can live on mountains. That's numbers, right? He thinks for a moment and he goes, raising the platform, it's not impossible, but would take tremendous amount of effort and perhaps even magic. I do have this
Like the
thing.
effort of friends?
Huh?
Like the effort of a few good friends?
It might be a little more than that, much like the effort of an army.
Well, I do have one idea. I mean, you're 126 and you're 127, so that's, well, at least 125. Can they do it?
The thing with that is a good number of that 100, if not at least 150, have been repurposed.
They're part of They're part of it. They're part
The
of
monstrosity that you were talking about?
Oh
Mhm.
my.
Also,
That's
when
quite
did you
the
travel
time
with an
thing.
older woman?
Oh, don't worry about me, dearie. It's all good.
He kind of squints his
And
eyes at
I'm
you a
just
little
going
bit
to
confused.
I'm going to pat his hand as I just walk next to him.
Looks to you, nameless, and he goes, You have a grandmother?
Yeah, this is my dear Granny Apples actually. She's a very powerful individual. You'd be surprised.
Huh. Okay. Well, I must
Well,
advise everyone remain at least a decent bit of distance from the creature, if it can be called that, at all times, otherwise it might try to assemble you into another piece of itself.
Oh. Well,
Oh?
that's that. Well, what if you have to get like real up close to fight it?
I mean it's not impossible, it's just you must be careful that it doesn't try to assimilate, as it were.
well,
This thing is meant to consume and grow as
Oh.
much as possible, taking in the
now,
strongest pieces around it, which you all seem to be quite capable.
Oh.
well, so these pillars look load bearing. If we were to destroy them and bring this whole area down, would that be sufficient to keep it from connecting with Umberly, or would it still, fall into the pit and be joined with her?
My only concern with that is, though it may fall, to what ends I don't know, and it might still, because we're so close to the sea, end up in the sea, and once it touches the water, it's over.
Uh-huh.
What happens when it touches the water?
It goes to join Umberly's army and becomes ever-growing and consuming.
Oh,
Now,
well, that sounds
dearie.
terrifying. Thank
So
you for explaining that.
so we
Did I-
have to lift the platform. We have to lift it up, but we
Did
need an
I-
army to do so. Could
Did I? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to ask if the combined forces of the remaining subjects and the double downs could work together to bring it up, and then kill it.
You want to bring it up to this floor?
Right.
Let me ponder that notion. Maybe I can brainstorm with a few of you to see how this might be feasible. You, and she points to you, Aurora. You seem to be
yeah.
strong, and you, and he points to Valor.
He's gonna put his hands on his hips kind of proudly.
You also seem to be capable in the feats of melee strength.
I am so glad someone has finally recognized it.
I can't say I can in good faith entrust this service to an elderly woman and a small, and he looks to Mina and kind of squints his eyes a little and goes, delicate being. Those with much strength. Maybe we can workshop this together. Please, let's concentrate. And he beckons you into like a little huddle together, the three of you.
Okay.
Well, Mina's actually the strongest among us.
What?
Don't
No,
underestimate
she's
Mina.
not. I'm stronger than Mina.
He looks
My strength is
flabbergasted.
19.
Well,
I
Mina's
mean,
stronger than
Mina
Warren,
does
yes!
have enlarge reduce.
Yeah, your strength is 20, right?
Yeah,
A
Mine's
20?
19.
that's right, baby.
Alvaro, what were you gonna say?
Have I shown up yet?
At this point, when everyone's kind of beginning to brainstorm, you do begin to make your way down. You are not stopped by the other iterations within the tunnel because you're just zooming right past them on the broomstick.
Yeah.
You went and at this point you make your way upon the two large double doors, and you see everyone in the middle of discussion.
I'm gonna jump off
Um,
the broomstick into. Can I make an acrobatics check for that? Just
Yeah,
for
you
fun?
want to do some kind of cool landing? Do
Let's
it.
try to
I
stop
hope
the
you
damage.
biff it. I'm just kidding.
Where are we at? Right
Miss it.
now? Oh, I found it. All right.
It would be cool if you did it. It would be really funny if you biffed it.
I'm gonna try to do like a cool somersault off the broomstick and then grab it with my hand. With an 11.
With an 11? It's a
least I
little
tried.
sloppy. You don't completely bust ass, but you do skid just a little bit on these wet stones. And also it's really dark in here. Like just the spacing's a little off. You skid a little bit and slide, but you don't fall. And everyone turns their head to look up at you as you zoom in through the doorway, fumbling a little bit the broom in your hand.
I'm gonna
But
straighten
still catching it.
Straighten out after catching it. And what seems to be the problem here?
Aurora's just going to gesture to Nameless.
And I'm just gonna gesture through the grate down.
And I'm just gonna look down and go. Okay.
You go,
Oh
I'm just gonna look down
what on
wide-eyed
earth
and
is
go.
happening?
I will follow your lead. She'll say as she looks to Nameless. And
Well-
also, are you who I think you are?
Yeah, that's numbers. He's cool now. It's fine.
No, I mean, I know that. I'm talking about you.
Oh, yeah, I died, and then I severed my connection with Umberly in doing so, and now I'm back.
Right, I guess I missed a lot in the 15 minutes I was off getting something. Alright. Let's do what we need to. And I have something for you after we leave here. She'll look at Nameless.
Speaking of for after we leave here, should we all get in position? Because I feel like, you know, there's something on this altar that I would want to check out, but I don't want to touch it and like start something with the monstrosity until we're all in position.
I don't know, DM. You wanted the 26 to talk to me and Phlox?
Yeah, so basically what 126 is doing is he's going over ideas with you, Aurora, and you, Phlox.
Okay.
And I'll just say what he says.
I was gonna say, I could punch it, I can kick it, I can stab it.
Well, sure. Yes. Though I might recommend, actually, I don't know. Here's the thing.
I don't have to punch it, I could just stab it.
That's good. That's good. Anything, really. And he starts rubbing his temples, like in his forehead a little bit, and he goes, listen, to get this thing up a whole floor higher, I can't even begin to fathom how much that thing weighs. I don't know if this is entirely possible, but because it's chained to where it is downstairs, it's not likely to necessarily move anywhere. Unless those chains were for some reason to be broken. Do you think that you could work with that, or is that a little too dangerous?
You want us to break the chains?
Well, if you break the chains, then that thing might just go free.
Yeah, why don't we just kill it while it's chained up?
It
Yeah,
is.
that sounds pretty good then to me.
That just seemed a little too easy. I feel like that was. I didn't
Don't
know
say
that was
that,
an
Numbers.
option.
You better knock on wood.
I thought that was an option. I didn't know that was an option.
Well,
No.
it's an option. It's just precarious given its positioning in the middle of a massive pit.
Right.
That's true. But chained up is good. However, if we didn't want it to be in the pit, then it wouldn't be chained up. And that's also not good.
But I don't have a lot of good options necessarily. This whole situation isn't good.
How far can it move while chained up? Like, distance-wise? I mean, I know you said it's very large, but like, how many feet can it travel with the chains?
Technically, if all 3 or 4 chains around it remain intact, which they're tethered by an arcane bond, technically 0?
I have an idea. Why don't we polymorph it into a frog and carry it out? Or something else that can't move that fast. Like a sloth.
Why don't we just kill it?
I second that.
Hope that wasn't too insensitive, 126.
No,
No,
that's
it's
okay. We
fine.
absolutely have to kill it. But the concern with that was with killing it while it's in its chains, it might try and break free. Or we might accidentally knock it into the pit or destroy the platform that it's on.
Well, ain't it already in the pit? Can it fall?
No,
What's
it's
the
on a
danger?
platform standing on top of the pit.
Oh, on top of the pit. And if it falls in the pit is...
Certain death for everyone if it falls in the pit.
Right.
I mean, can't we put something over the pit? Like a piece of plywood?
Well,
A piece
I
of
have
plywood?
an idea.
Plywood?
I'm joking.
Umi, what'd you say?
Well, I know you think to dismiss me quickly, but what if you just shrank it and then I just dimension doored it outside?
How far does Dimension Door go?
It goes fairly far. I would say roughly about 500 feet or so.
Now here's the
If
thing,
I'm-
Humi, is you have to know where you're going and hope that where you're going is that much distance. If you, like, dimension door into a fucking stone wall, you take a lot of damage.
It's true.
I do.
We could have
Oh
126
my gosh, we have a
help her.
raid!
Oh, hey,
Ooh.
Hello, welcome, thank you for the raid, Trim Ventures. We're playing a little bit of D&D.
Our knees!
We've come for
No,
your
we need
kneecaps.
those.
What?
We need those.
We need those, they're developing a battle plan.
Do we really? We can play D&D without our kneecaps.
I mean,
I
technically.
can't.
Like, you
Maybe
said.
you could. You could just sit on the floor and cast Eldritch Blast, but I kind of need my kneecaps.
Oh, I'm not talking to our characters. I'm talking to.
Oh, IRL. Well, not, yeah. But I was okay.
Okay,
you know,
this is a worthy
can have-
trade. You can have them.
Have them. Yeah, you can have them.
So another option then Humi offered is to go down there and dimension door it up onto this floor.
Oh.
I mean, yes, I could do that if you really need me to.
You would have to
I
touch
mean,
it with
I do
gloves.
have to
Would
kind
that
of
work?
get close to it.
Does touching it with gloves work?
Thank you for the
Number?
hydrate sippy and posture check. Touching it in general with any kind of, well, anything is a gamble. I even risk myself. Oh, a potion. And 126 says that. Who's taking the potion, Trim?
He goes into a fugue state.
And fucking 126 goes into a fugue state.
What about the polymorph idea? I like the polymorph idea.
That could work. And if you bring it up here, then after, even if you just carry it, that could work. Maybe this chamber itself could create a better, battle-worthy atmosphere. Me!
Win. You.
Alright, I'll do it. Let me just finish his thought. I gotta take the fucking potion.
Polymorph idea isn't bad if we want to bring it somewhere better to fight
I
without
do
risking.
have the ability to morph the poly.
Yeah, we know that.
I mean, what we could do is just turn it into like
Just-
a chicken or something. Then me or Mina can just fly way, way, way up, change it back, and well, let gravity do the rest. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
We would have to do that outdoors in the middle of the storm. Can it touch the storm, or is it just the ocean that it can't touch?
Let me take this potion really quick. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Mm,
Cheers to you.
Oh, it was good.
Mrs. Robinson.
And
Like-
cheers to you, Mrs. Robinson.
Is it mandatory to kill it in this room, basically?
Basically, if this thing were to get out into any capacity, even into the next chamber where the rest of the remaining iterations are, it could spell disaster as it would attempt to add them to its strength.
Right. Even if it was, but if it's polymorphed, we could take it outside. We would have an hour to work with.
Outside might be dangerous. It has easier access to everything around it.
But we could kill it before it doesn't get it.
I fear you might think this might be an easier feat than in reality. He looks a
So-
little like
Well,
Thousand Yard
gravity
Stary
still
for a
works?
minute.
So just polymorph and then up into this room and then we kill it. Huh?
It's worth a
Sure.
shot. If anything goes wrong, well, these pillars collapse and we all die.
But we could probably get a surprise round on it too once it drops right out, because it'll be all disoriented maybe.
I'm surprised round. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about like we can all like attack it before it has a chance to even get its thoughts straight. Once it, changes back after taking damage.
honest, I don't think much thought is going into that thing's
It has
heads.
It's
one
just
thought.
me asking DM if we would all
Consumed.
potentially get a.
No.
I get what you were doing, but in real life, if you were like, "Let's get a surprise round on him," you're like, "What? What are we boxing now?"
I still think we should just drop it on the tower, fly really high up, change it back. It gets skewered on the tower gets destroyed. We all walk away looking cool.
Let's just kill it in this room.
I
We
don't,
all
I don't
walk
like the
away
idea of
looking
like
cool.
maybe pieces go flying off into the ocean, but we don't know. I don't want to bring it outside. That makes me real nervous because we're really close to the ocean.
Okay. I'll give up on my fish kebabs.
Yeah.
Fine.
Number
Alright,
126 sits up against this pillar next to him, trying to devise a plan. And hearing everyone's thoughts, he kind of sits up against this pillar, clutching the staff, and he goes, "There's definitely much to discuss. And if this is something you need," and he gestures to the staff, "we can discuss after. But we might as well destroy any evil, but perhaps we need a moment. Maybe a moment longer to plan." It's at this point where, because we don't have Andy here, I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
and he can't necessarily heal you, I'll say at this point, you guys can take an hour to talk amongst everyone, like including the time that's already been given, and take a short rest. You can roll any hit die that you want.
Yes.
I'm full.
Everyone short
Maybe.
rest. And then after the short rest, I will say we will probably just call session because we do need Andy here to go forward. You guys are about to embark on a probably like maybe this might be the most difficult fight I've ever thrown at you guys.
Oh,
We are
really?
only level 9.
Maybe. Then again,
We
I
could
thought
do
the
it.
dragon would be hard and that wasn't, so I could just think
But
this
that
is
was
really
still
hard.
hard. A few of us almost
We
died.
almost died. We
Uh-huh.
almost died many times. I'm pretty sure someone got downed.
Someone
Yeah.
did die. We had to
Ooh.
use Revivify on Audrin's
On
comrade.
Adelaide.
On
Yeah.
Adeline, yeah. Or she would have been fucking toasted, and she also was permanently disfigured. There's
Yeah, it's
there's
true.
yeah, like what is a hard fight? 2 people die? Like
I
Well,
think she just wants us to TPK, and then she'll be
We'll
like,
find out.
"Yes, that was a hard fight."
that was fucking silence.
we'll
2
see what
people die?
happens.
Well, excuse me.
I know that was really concerning.
We'll see what happens.
You want your players to live, right?
Of course, you guys aren't even done with the campaign yet.
Is your play style that
But
you're
this also
curating-
kind of depends on what you guys choose to do in these fights.
I know Aurora's gonna run up and be like, "I'm gonna smack it with my hammer," and it's like now you're a part of it.
I know, I'm scared.
I'm gonna get
Don't
in there
use
and smack
spear
it with
'cause
my
it's
hammer.
Magical.
Alright, great job everyone. This was a really big session, and Steve, great job on your transformation.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Wait a
baby,
minute, why
that
do we
was
have a clip?
very
Who clipped
cool.
what?
I think it went well.
Who clipped something?
It was probably paper.
Paper?
Paper, what did you even clip?
Yeah, I
Papers.
don't even know what was
Can you tell us what you clipped? Great job everyone. Let's go down the line for inspiration. We'll start with Phlox.
Pretty clearly a numbers vote. It was a very numbers heavy session, and we have a, well, I guess I can't even call him that anymore. He's nameless now.
For now.
And and he handled this very important story moment very well. So yes, definitely a nameless vote.
Okay, vote for Nameless. Alvara.
Yeah, it's nameless. I don't even think an explanation's required, really.
Okay,
Good job.
very good. Aurora.
It is nameless for. I don't even know what to say. I mean, you fucking died and you came back cooler. And you said fuck your god, and you are your own person. I mean, what's cooler than that?
That's right.
True. Umi.
Broke the chains.
Oh, easily nameless. I love the character change. Love that you're using the dragon scale as your new plate. That's cool.
That is cool.
Thanks.
It's utilizing
That's
some
a very
previous
nice
character
player.
stuff. Mina messaged me and said that they also are voting for Nameless.
Wow, that's a whole go around.
So the numbers, or Nameless rather. I'm so used to calling you numbers.
That's okay. We have a new numbers. I'm gonna give it to Alvara for doing what her character would have done, which is be resourceful and sensitive of the timing, with the time-sensitive nature of things, and search in for backstory and lore stuff. So Alvara.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
Very good, everyone. So, Nameless, give yourself a point of inspiration for the coming session. Very good job. And everyone, if you want to vote for who you think should get a point of inspiration, be sure to head on over to the Discord server where you can vote.
We are very normal over there.
You're very normal over there. Don't look at any of the other tabs. So that has just been posted. Let me tell you guys a bit what we're doing this week. So today we played Decay Within the Ice. On Wednesday in the Discord server, we're doing the D&D movie drinking game with everyone. We're watching D&D Honor Among Thieves and playing a little game to go along with it. So feel free to join us for that. Thursday we've got Curse of Strahd. So we got a lot going on this week.
Curse of Strahd.
Matthias Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated and welcome. Thank everyone so much. This has been a wonderful, wonderful stream. Great job, Numbers. You've been waiting a long time for this. And it was great to work with you on this. So very cool. We'll be heading off now, and we'll see you guys in the Discord server on Wednesday, and then back here on Twitch on Thursday. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.